Hello and welcome to another 52 weeks of financial success. This is week number 6, and we are going to move along with our step on what we should be doing to take massive action. If you remember last week in step number 5, we said the key to financial success is taking massive action. And I said there are 7 areas that we are going to take action in this year. First being a budget, second being emergency savings, third being debt elimination, fourth being risk management, fifth being investments and retirement planning, sixth being real estate, and then seventh being estate planning. So this week we're going to deal with number 1, budgeting. There are 4 things that you need to do when it comes to budgeting. First of all, you need to understand the importance of a budget. A budget allows you to understand where your money is going. It lets you know how much you have to work with. It ensures that you're not going to overspend every month. But most importantly, it helps you find ways that you're able to save and invest money for your future. To do a budget successfully, first thing you need to do is just write down what your net income is every month, the income after taxes. Number 2, write down all of your monthly expenses. Everything that you write a check physically for, things that come out automatically, things that are taken out as a debit on your debit card, everything that you spend every month. Then we want to categorize where our spending is, what we're spending it on, how often we spend in this area, so we can get an idea of what is a realistic budget, what is a seasonal budget, and what are we really working with every month. The second thing you want to do when it comes to budgeting is give yourself 90 to 120 days to get the budget a part of your psyche. You know, psychologists say it takes about 21 days to develop a new habit. And so if this is your first time developing a budget, if this is your first time following a budget, please do not do what a lot of people do, is when it doesn't work the first month, they scrap it and say, I knew this wouldn't work. No, you've got to give it 3, 4, maybe even 6 months to be able to get in the habit of following this budget. So I want to encourage you, have patience. Patience in the process, but patience to also know it will be worth when you get the habit of following this budget. The third thing I want you to do is I want you to follow the 10-10-10-70 rule. The 10-10-10-70 rule says this. Ultimately, you want to get to a point where in your budget, off the top, you have 10% going to tithe or to some kind of charity. Next, you have 10% that is going towards your emergency savings. Third, you have 10% that's going towards your retirement or long-term investing. And then 70% is covering your expenses. Now, if you are starting your budget now and you say, well, how in the world am I going to get to 10-10-10-70? And I'm probably at 99-1. I'm spending everything out, not having the ability to save, not having the ability to put money away for retirement. That's fine. I'm just trying to show you where we're trying to get to. And then the final thing I want you to do is spend every dollar on paper before the month begins. If you spend everything on paper before you physically write the check, before you physically pull out your check card, you are more likely to not overspend. But when we have no idea of what we're going to spend from day to day, week to week, we find ourselves many times overspending in areas that we do not need to and underspending in areas that we do need to. So let me give you our action step for this week. What I want you to do is go ahead now, today, as you're watching this video. Don't wait. Don't put it off until next week. Right now, write down everything that you are spending on a monthly basis. Get your check statement out, your bank statement, get your check ledger out. And I want you to look at everything that you are spending, not just last month, but let's look back for the last 3 or 4 months. I know when you add in December and Christmas, your spending was probably not normal, but I want us to kind of see trends. Because sometimes we may find ourselves spending more in a certain time of the year, and if that's okay, if I'm prepared for it. But if I'm doing it and I'm wondering, well, why did I have less this month than I had the previous month? It may be because you're not following your budget consistently. So write down everything that you're spending out. Then I want you to put it right next to the 10, 10, 10, 70 model. I want to see, are you close to being able to put money away for saving? Are you close to being able to put money away for retirement? Are you spending only 70% on your expenses, 50%, 40%, or are you spending 90%? Because that will let us know how far away we are so we can know where we're going to be working on the next few weeks and the rest of this year. So that's our tip this week. We're following the budget. I want you to take the time to get it started with it. Do not wait. Do not delay. But I also want to make sure you are honest about what you're spending. Because many times we have no clue. We just haphazardly spend, pull out our card, just spend money, and then at the end of the month we said, what happened to everything that I brought in? We've got to stop that cycle. Because until we stop it, we're going to find ourselves continuing to repeat it over and over. I believe this is your first step to having financial success. Well, I want to encourage you, if you have not been to our website, you need to download the free chapter to our new book, 7 Secrets to Financial Success. All you have to do is go to charleswinfrey.com. At the very top of our website, put in your name, put in your email address, and you'll be able to download this free chapter immediately. We thank all of you who have already downloaded the chapter. So many have asked, when is the book coming out? In a few weeks, I'm going to give you the release date. So you got to tune back in every week to be updated on where we are on that. But I tell you, in a few weeks, you'll be able to purchase it and have your own autographed copy. Well, thank you again for tuning in this week. Come back same time next week so we can move on to step number 7 as we're moving toward financial success. Thank you.